A couple of days before United start their pre-season tour of the USA, most fans were starting to feel a little bit confident about the next season. We'd managed to get in two of the signings that we really wanted to get in, despite it taking a rather long time to get Mbeumo over the line. The first game is on Saturday night, Sunday morning, and things seem to be going quite well. We don't seem to have any injuries. The squad seems pretty settled, pretty happy, pretty confident. And for a lot of people, this is the beginning of a new start for United. To wake up to a story that United are looking to introduce a £4,000 a season licence for a season ticket was probably not what you were expecting. So why come out now? How serious is this as a consideration? And what impact is it going to have on us fans going forward? Now, I think when most people heard the story about the new stadium and the plans for funding, I certainly expected that ticket prices would be going up and there would be an increase in corporate hospitality, which, to be honest, isn't particularly exclusive to United. Everyone does it, and if you've read any stories around the new camp or the new Bernabeu, they've been quite creative in getting an awful lot of corporate hospitality venues and seats and all the rest of it, and sponsored restaurants and seating areas and this, that and the other. So I think most people would have expected something along those lines to be pretty much par for the course. It's what clubs do these days. This story about a season ticket licence seemed to come out of left field, and essentially what it means is that you would have to pay £4,000 for a season ticket licence that is valid for 30 years and essentially gives you first refusal on a season ticket. If you get offered a season ticket and refuse or turn it down, you then lose your licence. Now, that is apparently pretty common in the US and is just one more step towards the Americanisation of British football. What that means to the normal day-to-day fan is that they are going to be even more priced out of watching United than they have been currently. The longer this goes on, the further away the club gets from the supporters that actually have stuck with the club for the last 150 years. Currently, our season tickets are priced between £600 and about 1,100 roughly. There's a waiting list, which we're told is sort of years long, but at least you can, a normal working man can afford that. We're the best one in the world, who can afford £4,000 just as a bit of a waiting list initiative, just to put your name close? Who can afford £4,000 to essentially be put on a waiting list just to be prioritised at the end of it? There's lots about Man United that a lot of people don't like. There's lots about Man United and their owners that people don't like. And there was, for me, there was an optimism that INEOS would be different than the people we've already had in. I'm not saying the worst, but there's certainly no better. This is just another money grab that distances normal everyday fans from the people with more money than sense who can afford it, who don't necessarily support the club. Another thing that stands out to me is the timing of this. United wait until they've had all summer to do this. This is clearly something that they've been considering for months and months, probably since before the plans for the stadium come out. But they wait until they've been in America 36 hours before this story comes out. This sort of stuff is a very common and very old trick that is used in politics frequently. They will wait till recess. They will wait till this Christmas holidays. They will wait till the summer when all politicians are away, supposedly working in their constituencies, when in reality they're actually on holiday, to announce any bad news like this. They'll do it on a Friday night before the weekend, so people can't be questioned about it. They'll do it the day before they finish for recess, so they know full well they're not going to be asked about it until the September. This smacks of exactly that, seeing as United are in the States for the best part of 2 weeks. They've already sort of trying to get out in front of this, say, oh, it's just a consideration, we're just floating ideas. Yes, they may well just be floating ideas, but do you honestly think the idea that they actually settle on is going to be an awful lot different from this one? Because I don't. What people do in this situation is they present a worst case scenario. They present a worst possible sounding scenario, and then they can step back from it and almost paint it as they've listened to the fans. They've not listened to the fans. Their plans for this are probably not like the ones that have been presented today, but they're going to be a damn sight worse than they were previously, just not as bad as the ones they're giving us now. In a business where public relations and public perception is extremely important, this seems to be one area that INEOS seem to be continually failing on. The message that they try to get across to supporters is delivered in such a poor, underhand way. That sort of approach may well work in the petrochemical business and other areas that they work in, but it doesn't work with football. you only have to look back at the countless amount of owners that have tried the same sort of tactics as they use in their normal business in their hobby. And let's face it, United's a hobby for these people. If you think this is the end of it, it's not. This is a touching ground to see what people's reaction is, to see what they can get away with in the next 12 months, 5 years, 10 years. Don't expect it to get any better, even if they step down from this in the next couple of weeks because they don't like the backlash. What they will eventually settle on won't be this, but it'll be a damn sight worse than you expect.